This video is gonna be more like a podcast discussion. No, not much edit. It's just gonna cut all the important parts into one video.
Yes.
We're gonna talk about the Galaxy Z Fold 6 or the foldable market in general.
Yes, correct.
So, as you know, we got the Fold for like the past 4 years or so.
Yeah, many years now. Like many other brands, they also release their foldable devices.
As a personal device, I also tried it once and also have a long-term review of the Fold 4, I think.
Yeah. My last experience with Fold, longer term one was the first generation, the Fold 1. Back then they are not calling it Z Fold yet.
Yeah,
they just call it
Fold.
Galaxy Fold. Since then, I never really have much of experience with the Fold except for the Flip. I did use a lot of the Z Flip during the few years back. And this year, I decided to try out the Z Fold 6 because he think that the S24 Ultra is a better option compared to the Z Fold 6.
Yeah. So we'll talk about all the reasons why
Yes.
and why we recommend the Fold or not. Because this is a very, how do you say this? I would still say it's kind of in its infancy stage, even though it's been few years already, because of all of the fundamental
Yeah.
issues that it still has.
And you're also very dependent on your personal use case, like what you demand from your devices.
Correct. So we start off from hardware first.
Yes.
In terms of hardware, we're not going to talk about the aspect ratio, the size and whatnot, because I do think the Fold aspect ratio, shape and size is better compared to others. But
Yeah.
this unfolded display, a lot of people will say that this thing is fragile and it won't last for long.
Yes, even my personal perspective on this thing is also the same. I'm quite afraid of using it like in certain circumstances. I'm just afraid that I accidentally drop something on the screen.
Yeah, poke
or what.
anything.
Yeah.
Okay, so during my really long-term usage of the Fold 4, I tried to abuse the machine, okay? What I did is I always do this, hold on it real hard, and also do all these things.
Yeah.
The screen can last, but then again, the screen protector,
I know.
It will
Peel.
Yes, it will peel. The Fold 4 I used for I remember it's less than 1 year because the Fold 5 was released right around the same time when the screen protector was peeling off. And of course, a lot of backlash since the Fold 3, they were giving out 3 times replacement.
Yeah.
That is good, but inevitable. So
Yeah.
I think they know. So
In terms of the customer service perspective, it is a good thing to offer all of this because they know that people are gonna face this issue, so they offer free replacements. But then, even with the free replacement, it doesn't change the fact that customers will get annoyed from, the downtime.
Yes,
They
yes,
still need to get their time, go to the service center to get it replaced.
at the time I did was I have to book a time at Mid Valley. I go to their service center there. No, not Mid Valley, the gardens, right beside me. Go there, I have to wait for 2 hours. Yeah, and at the time I just sat there and do something. I remember the service center, their application wasn't perfect as well. There was some flaw around this area. And then I just told them, hey, problem. Then they replied.
At least they will still entertain you and do all of the things. Like I mentioned, you still have to book the time and then spend the time, head over there,
Yes, you
and
have
then
to wait.
give them your device for 2 hours for them to do it.
Yeah, and what am I supposed to do at the time?
So it is a troublesome part of it. But frankly speaking, for the hardware wise, the whole thing is quite solid, to be honest. After all the years, they already improved the hinge, the what do you call that?
The gap, when
the
you
gap
close
and
it.
everything. Especially the gap is a huge advantage because you finally have a flat
Yeah.
closing
I
device.
remember Fold 4, they still haven't closed.
Yeah.
Each time when I open, I have to wipe the dust.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah. Now it's less, but dust still can get in.
It's a lot better compared to last time. So especially like the newer ones, they are really doing very well with this thing.
And the crease, what you think of the
Oh,
crease?
I mean, if you can see from the screen, obviously the crease is not.
Yeah, this is highlighted by the
Ignite.
lights, of course.
Yes, this is highlighted, but and then here's the thing, I don't know what is going on with this part where the crease is not uniform with the others.
Don't worry, this has been the same thing for like the past few generations.
Honestly, if you use it, like if you're looking directly at the screen, you won't notice it. And then on top of that, because if you use this device for productivity wise, the crease is not really a problem. Even if I use it for gaming, the controls, most of the controls are located at the bottom here.
Yes,
so it
correct,
doesn't really affect you on that. It only affects you if you are very picky in terms of the media consumption, or depending on where you use it, if there's a lighting coming from the back,
Yes, that's very annoying.
then you will definitely see yourself.
I know a lot of
auditing.
people are having the entire mindset of the crease is bad, living rent-free in their brains because, yes, if I highlight it with the studio lighting, it is bad, but
Yeah.
if you look it straight on,
Yeah.
you don't see anything.
Yeah, the thing is, my complaint about the crease is not about the viewing experience. My complaint is like my fear of the durability.
Yes.
Why is it not
Durability.
uniform? Why is it creased in that way? You know?
Yeah, imagine
Yeah.
if one day they form the crease in a weird way and then there's a kink,
Yeah.
the whole
Yes,
thing will
yes.
be dead.
There's a lot of like people saying that, like, for example, if the battery expands or what,
Yes,
and
push
then
it a bit.
push the screen in a certain unnatural way, then
Yes, that is
goes.
also a very big concern.
Yes.
Overall, hardware-wise, I'm okay. It's just long-term longevity that I'm worried about.
yeah.
One
And because
reason,
it's not cheap at all. Like,
Yes,
if I
yes.
spend like 6,000 over like for a device, certainly I want it to last for the longer possible. That's the thing.
and I do understand the concern of the screen dying as well, and that's why they are not getting it. I understand, but that kind of goes to show that all foldable devices are the same because all of them are using flexible OLED displays.
Yeah.
They all flex. They all have weird creases and kinks.
This is a common challenge. Like, only those with a strong heart.
If the battery expand and push the screen somewhere else, every single foldable device is gonna have the same problem.
Yes, correct.
And one reason why I chose this is because cameras. That is my biggest concern for the Fold.
Yes, I understand your concern about like the camera quality, because a lot of people also not happy with a Samsung's decision to like use a somehow subpar camera
Yeah.
for a very expensive device like this.
Yes. How they split everything is because they want to, if you want to get for cameras, you get for S
The
series,
S
but then the
Ultra.
Fold is for productivity use, which I kind of disagree. If I'm gonna be bringing a phone,
Yeah.
I want to do everything using this phone only.
Yes, I
productivity,
understand.
picture, blah blah blah, all the things. I remember bringing the Fold 4 to Computex 2023. Did we go Computex that year? I don't remember. But I remember going Computex once with that phone. It's really nice. I can just open it up. I can see the entire show plan for
Yes,
the Computex
yes,
map.
yes.
Then I can navigate through.
I
but
mean-
the thing is, the cameras are not good. I want to take pictures with the phone and post it on social media and
It's
whatnot.
subpar. That's why, like, especially in our case, we know content creators and everything who would prefer to have a multitasking device.
Yes.
Like, it can take photo, take video, and then they can edit everything, videos on the device.
especially when you can just unfold and then you get a big screen. You can
Yeah,
do so
then
much
they
on
can
it.
do so much, because most of the creators nowadays, we know they do TikTok videos, they straight away just film on their phone, directly edit over here, and then publish it. I mean,
Correct.
for a big screen like this is a amazing device. Like, I mean, that's why for me is that because I value the productivity more than the camera wise, because I do have a mirrorless camera, so I think it's still fine for me. That's why I choose to like use the Fold. That's why I said I want to experience this one. That's why I really love this device. I've been using it for like 4 months plus. already.
About that,
About
yes.
that, yeah. So for me, this is an absolute amazing multitasking. Emails, social medias,
Everything.
everything. Of course, except the camera quality.
Yeah.
Because after we experience the S24 Ultra, you can't go back.
I'm like, if this thing can do so much, I just sacrifice the productivity part. Fine, might as well. The one more problem, okay? We shall now talk about software. Oh, they finally fixed it. Now you can do short on the YouTube app. Previously, if you press this, they don't have so many options.
The thing about software, it also very dependent on the
Developers,
if they want to support.
YouTube is by Google.
Yeah.
And this thing is like this. Overall software experience, I think sometimes it gets annoying, especially if you open an app on the big screen, then you want transition to the small screen. If you force it to resize, some elements will break in the app, depending on what app, of course.
Yeah.
Some works properly, most don't.
Yeah, like I know, like for example, the Shopee, all those.
Yeah,
apps,
those are very broken.
they don't really work that well, because if you're like having this, they are basically just a scale up of the standard interface.
This one is stretched, even worse.
Yeah, they stretch it.
And sometimes when you do searches, there are lots of like weird gaps in between. I don't know why.
Yeah, if I use it at the outer screen, this is like your normal view, and then when you open it up, then it becomes like this.
Then you can press this to expand.
Yeah, if you
then
expand,
restart the app.
then they have to restart the app and everything.
The worst is when you do searches, then everything is like taking up so much space.
Yeah. And then look at the pixelated.
The scaling is very
scaling,
problematic.
yeah.
This, I think they fixed it in some apps. For example, Instagram, Facebook, they got a specific full version, so they got special UI. Imagine previously, before they have this UI fix, we were suffering. So having this new UI now is a lot better, of course. But again, depending on the developer, some of them will fix it, some don't. I know Samsung have integration with the local developers.
They work with them. They try to provide as much support they can, so that the apps, when they roll out, like they straight away can compatible with all the devices.
Yeah, but also very difficult because Samsung alone cannot partner with all app developers.
It's very difficult for them. It's like it's an extra work for the developers to cater to this. So then again, for the software experience, I would still say Samsung, they did a very good job.
Yes, I tried some other brand foldables before. The problem is either they lack features, or it's just bigger scaled up version of the Android OS. There's no special interface. So that is
it's a challenge.
It's a challenge. It's a very big challenge.
But so far, I'm really liking One UI, which is also one of the main reasons why I wanted to try the Fold.
So one thing that I like the most, moods and routines, if you set a special thing like this.
Like I have this orientation.
Yes.
Like when I unfold it, so I will keep the screen orientation.
Yes, it detects if it's partially folded or completely open.
Yeah.
Then it can trigger some automation. You set auto rotate, which is okay. For me, I set completely open and open YouTube app, then it will automatically go landscape mode. Those are some of the features only available on One UI.
But of course, if you want to program all of this, you will need to have at least some logical understanding, like how this whole thing will work. Because definitely when you start to do all of this programming, they will have conflicts,
Yes. You will need to know your own use case first,
Yes.
and then how you want to make it work for you. Then only program it in modes and routines.
Yes.
A bit of a learning curve, but very good.
Flexibility wise is top notch.
Yes, top notch. Really top notch. That's the thing about software. I really don't really have much complaint about other than the app scaling part.
The battery life also damn well for this thing.
Okay. It's okay, not too bad. Better than a lot of tablets.
Because this is a 2-in-1 device. So I would say the battery life is very good.
So do you mostly use it unfolded or folded?
Unfolded.
Okay, good.
I mean that's
Understandable.
That's the main point of using a foldable. You want the screen real estate.
Correct.
I mean, when you use it folded, is most of the time when you just want to do something quick, like a quick reply, or just want to have a glance at what's going on.
Yes.
But most of the time, when you're trying to do things, read emails or reply or something, then okay, I just straight away open the screen, then get things done.
Okay. One of the things I like the most is because this thing I can go from here real fast.
You can reach to the other side.
Yeah.
Single-handed is really damn easy.
Yes.
I remember like when you're attending events or what, you usually
hands
full of stuff.
Yeah. So
Then-
you just quickly reply stuff.
Yeah, just take this out of pocket and then reply. That's it.
Because I use the Gboard swiping typing thing, and also one-handed is really fast. You
Yes.
can just whip it out, type something, send.
That's it.
That's it, done.
Yeah,
Then if
just
I want to
keep it.
view stuff or play game, there we go.
Open it. Yeah. I mean, if you want to like even play games, the outer screen also works fine.
What?
Somehow, if everything is smaller, but if you play like those idle games, at least
it's okay.
it will consume less power because of the smaller screen.
Some games like Genshin Impact, they can resize the entire thing. Your
yeah.
field of view becomes super wide.
On the fly, some more.
Yes.
You straight away switch to internal or to external screen. The game will just adapt accordingly. I mean, that is how flexible some game engines are.
Some.
Not all.
Some.
If
That
the
is the
developer,
problem.
if the developer do their homework and stuff,
Yeah.
those things will handle that without any issue.
But that is also a problem with the phone. Developer support, it's not forced for them to have a full compatible part of the app.
Yeah.
So
Correct.
if you're using a phone, do expect a lot of apps to just look weird and feel weird.
Weird, yeah. But like I said, if you just want it to use it as a productivity device, it's amazing. Yeah. Okay, so to conclude,
My conclusion is I wish Samsung will improve the camera. That's about it. I like the form factor.
correct.
And also the screen part, I'm not sure how they're gonna.
In terms of the screen durability, it's inevitable unless they find out a way to.
Yeah, use some sort
make
of dark magic or whatever.
I don't know. It's inevitable to have this kind of soft material because we need it to be flexible.
Yes.
Soft.
And also the weird kinks and whatnot. It's
Yeah.
complicated.
It's complicated. I really love the productivity wise. If you can make money using this thing, go ahead with it.
It's very worth the price.
It's worth the price.
But also know that the screen, the inner screen, I do know a lot of people are using the Fold 3 and 4. Their screens are mostly not working now, the inner screen.
Like the most common issue is the screen start to crack
Yeah.
from the top or the bottom here, and then slowly when they connect, either one side of the screen will just go blank.
Or having some sort of, I have seen, those RGB lines going across the entire screen, all those stuff. So yes, the screen is a problem. I really wish that they will improve it. No idea how.
Fragility, but yeah, like I said, really.
Sir, what you want, sir? You want to sleep?
Okay.
Not my child, by the way. It's his child.
Today I have to babysit, too bad.
Yeah, it's his child, so I'm just a
Okay.
guest here.
So yeah, is it worth? If you have the money, if this thing helps you earn money, yes, go ahead. If you want to use it, expect it to last for longer than 2, 3, 4 years.
Let's just say 4 years.
It's very difficult to put a guarantee on it. It's very difficult because things happen. And when after you use it for like that long period of time, everyone has a different way to use their devices. The longevity varies.
Yes, just remember that other than just dropping on the ground, you have to worry about the inner screen. Even you have some
hinge.
weird debris inside,
Yeah.
then you close it, it will also kill the screen.
Yeah, I know Samsung has done a lot of research and development at improving the durability here and there. Like last time, one of the biggest improvement is like adding the IP rating for it.
Oh yeah,
and
that
then,
one is real good.
Yeah, and then afterwards they close it flat and have some sort of self-cleaning brush inside to like brush out all the debris and stuff. They have done a lot. I know they are still scratching their heads trying to move forward. So,
Surprise us.
I mean, surprises, engineers, you guys are the best at what you do. I
Yes.
know.
But yeah, that's
Yeah.
the current state of the phone.
Yes, correct.
Still really like the device, but
Yeah.
there are
There are
improvements.
risk. So,
Yes.
yeah,
If Samsung makes a proper phone, I'm not gonna use the S series anymore.
correct. So, yeah.